Hello, my name is Shayla Gunnels. I want to talk about how my family has been keeping kids safe for generations. To start out, I have three things that I'm going to be using to discuss this. The first is a picture of my great-grandfather, Thomas Seabridge Caddy. Second is a picture of myself and my two adopted daughters. And the third is this wooden bowl that's been used for 5 generations in my family to teach each of us how to make noodles. So to start out with Tom Caddy. Tom Caddy is the man I know as my great-grandfather. He was married to a woman named Dixie. Dixie had 2 nephews that were being abused by their parents. So Thomas Caddy drove a covered wagon across 2 state lines to take those boys and bring them to their home and raise them himself. Shortly thereafter, his sister died 2 weeks after giving birth to my grandfather. So this is why I say that I call him my great-grandfather. He's actually my great-great-uncle. But he is the man that raised my grandfather. Tom found out that Dixie was sleeping all day and her youngest nephew was doing all of the household chores and taking care of my grandfather. So Tom packed Dixie's stuff up, sent her on a train back east where she was from, and raised those boys by himself for a few years until he met Alice and then married her, and that's the woman that my grandfather knew as his mother. My grandfather and granny continued this tradition by taking care of different young family members that needed it, kids in the neighborhood. And then when I was in my early 30s, I became a foster mom. I fostered almost 40 kids, and through this process, I ended up adopting 2 girls. These are my 2 daughters and myself. None of us share any DNA. Our connection is through love and caring for each other, which is what family is really about. The third thing to tie this thought together was this wooden bowl. So this wooden bowl, we don't know how long for sure it's been in the family, but at least for 5 generations now. And all of the girls in the family, because that's how that worked, and now I have daughters, so I can't carry it on to a son, learned how to make noodles in this bowl. And one day I'll teach my own daughter how to make noodles in this bowl. So I have today spoken about my great-grandfather, Tom Caddy, myself and my 2 daughters, and this wooden bowl, which to me represents family traditions. And I want to conclude by saying that family is not about who shares your DNA, it's about who you care for and who cares for you. And traditions aren't just about tangible things you can hold in your hand, like a wooden bowl. And they're not just about recipes, and they're not just about how you celebrate a certain holiday or that you celebrate a certain holiday. They are about values that your family passes on. And so that's why my family has been keeping kids safe for generations.